Good morning. Welcome to the LakePoint Sports Facility in Emerson, Georgia. We are at the 2016 USA Powerlifting Summer Showdown. We have had a phenomenal first day of lifting yesterday. We're going to do a little bit of a recap on some of the performances we saw yesterday. Then we're going to get you previewed and ready to go for today when we got $6,000 of Josh Rohr's cold hard cash on the line. Lifters today are going to be competing for $6,000 in the bench press and in the deadlift. Let's do a little wrap up on yesterday. We had some phenomenal performances. Early on in the men's division, we had Doc Holloway. Doc Holloway is one of the nationally ranked lifters a lot of you are familiar with. Won the Nationals before, competed in the World Championships. And Doc Holloway's third attempt squat yesterday, 267.5 kilos, 589 pounds. And you'll see on this lift right here, he really attacks the hole, hits clear depth, drives the knees out, had a little instability throughout the lift, but a very strong lockout. Doc definitely capable of over 600 pounds in the squat. Interestingly, Doc just lifted in the Nationals not long, about 3 weeks ago in Denver. And in that competition, Doc got second. So this competition, because the money was on the line, Doc actually went up. He just didn't cut weight. It was a formula meet. But he was able to take first place in the equipped men's division and win $1,000. Second place in that division yesterday was Nathan Tony Walton, and he took home $350. Now we're going to move ahead to the women's. Oh, we got Nathan Tony Walton. This is a video of Nathan's third attempt squat. You can see right here, the way he shifts forward, he's got that tremendous back strength to kind of get himself through the position. And then he also is a phenomenal deadlifter. Him and Doc actually trained together, so you'll see a lot of similarities between those two. Now we move ahead to the women's division. In the women's equipped division, we had two-time Masters Women's World Champion, Laura Sturm, going for a personal record attempt, 407 pounds. Never before in her career has she successfully completed this lift. And as you'll see, she breaks parallel, and there's a tremendous drive upward, but most importantly, she just keeps driving, and you see her husband in the background celebrating before the lift is even completed. But that lift right there gave her a personal record, and she ends up with 407 as her final attempt and a personal record. Now we move ahead to the men's Rohr division. In the men's Rohr division, we have a lifter named Perry Ellis Jr. who took home the $1,000, and Perry put on quite a show. Perry put on quite a show yesterday. He actually squatted, you'll see on this third attempt, 799. We rounded up to 800 pounds, not wearing wraps, not wearing a suit. You can see he clearly breaks parallel, tremendous drive upward, drives his knees out, 800 pounds with just a belt for Perry Ellis yesterday. A phenomenal performance. He took home $1,000. In second place in the professional division, we saw Bryce Lewis actually get $350. Bryce Lewis, we have a video of Bryce Lewis, his third attempt in the bench press. He is the current record holder in the Raw Open division in his weight class. He got second place in the Raw Nationals, but he actually set the world record IPF in the total. Yesterday he benched 473, 215 kilos. And you can see, without a shirt, a tremendous drive off the chest. He went on to deadlift 771, a phenomenal performance. The only reason he didn't win the money was because of how great Perry Ellis is. So we actually saw in a situation yesterday where two of the best Raw lifters in the country showed up, and Bryce Lewis was able to take home $350, and Perry Ellis was able to take home $1,000. Now in the women's Raw full power, we had some interesting lifting as well. We had a situation where Becky Holcomb hit a 507 personal record third attempt squat to take home the $1,000 prize. Becky was quite excited after this. She sat in with us, did a post-meet interview. After squatting 507, she actually tried 524 in the deadlift and had it all the way locked out. The lift was turned down by the judges, but she ended up with a 507 personal record squat. She ended up with $1,000, and Lauren Rutan ended up in second place in that division, $350. Now this is Becky's third squat here, you'll see, 507, and this is a good example of how you just refuse to budge. As she hits the hole, she does shift a little bit forward. And you'll notice a little bit where her hips go back, but she just keeps driving into the bar. And tremendous for Becky. Now, as we're wrapping up yesterday's competition, we're now moving into today, where we're going to have $6,000 on the line. We're going to start out in the women's Raw division in the bench press, and we're going to be comparing women over a variety of weight classes by Wilks formula, and we're starting off with local Georgia product, Latavia Bowens, 165-pound opener, coached by Josh Rohr. In the women's Raw bench, we're going to be giving away $750, $550 to the top bench and $200 to the second bench. 3 white lights for Tay Bowens. We now move to Valerie Smith, who's going to have 176 on the bar. So this flight actually will contain the men and some of the women, because this is the Raw bench only. So in the women's division, there's $550 for first place, $200 for second. In the men's, there's actually going to be a lightweight first prize and second prize, and a heavyweight first prize and second prize. So we'll be giving away the men's division $1,500, and we'll keep you posted on the progress as the lifters go of where their battles are. We know a lot of you at home are watching closely. You have friends or family who are competing, and you want to be able to follow how their pursuit is for Josh Rohr's money. Valerie Smith is on the board at 176 pounds. Valerie Smith is your lifter and was successful at 176, so now we move to Emily House. Emily House will actually be 182 pounds.
Bars loaded for Emily. Copeland on deck. Borowski in the hole. Brown 4 out.
Now, interestingly enough, here we actually only have 4 women competing in the Raw division. So literally the top 2 here are going to take home money. So we'll be checking the battle so far with Tay and Valerie on the board. Let's see what Emily House brings to the table. She hits a nice easy 182. Now we move to Melissa Copeland. Melissa's going to have 226 pounds opener. Now, because this is a formula competition, this is literally going to all come down to the body weight formula. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Wilks, it is a coefficient. It allows you to compare competitions across a variety of weight classes. So the lifter who wins the money will not necessarily be the one who lifts the most weight, but pound for pound. So after we see this first bench attempt for Melissa, we'll be able to give you the current updated scoring. For anybody out there that's rooting for some of these ladies, you'll actually know right where they are on the Wilks battle, and then we'll update it as we go. Melissa right here, she actually competed yesterday. So she was actually in the full meet competition and is coming back the next day, which is becoming more common, but is definitely a challenge. All I did was announce yesterday, and I didn't feel like lifting today, so I'm impressed by people that are getting up. 3 white lights for Melissa Copeland out of Baltimore, Maryland. Now we can actually give you the rankings based off of the first round of bench press attempts. What we're seeing here is, according to the Wilks, in first place would be Emily House. Actually, the battle for second and third place is very close. Valerie Smith is less than 1 Wilks point ahead of Melissa Copeland. So I could see some interesting battles in this. All right, Frank Morosky is our lifter out of Kennesaw, Georgia. He's a master's lifter. He's got a personal record of 315. He would like to shout out to some family and friends at Kennesaw Transportation, at Stack's Gym, at Anytime Fitness, the people that help him to get ready for this competition. Opening at 275 pounds in the men's Raw division.
Masters 3 lifter.
And the lift is 3 white lights.
Lift is good.
We now move ahead to Phillip Brown. Phillip Brown will be your lifter. 297 pounds. Phillip Brown is your lifter. He lifted yesterday as well. So you're going to actually notice today, just scanning the roster, there's quite a few lifters who competed in the competition yesterday. In fact, we even have some lifters who will be benching in the Raw, which is this flight, and then there'll be a 20-minute intermission. They'll actually be able to put a bench shirt on and bench in the next round. So we're going to see some quite interesting battles. and some quite interesting lifters competing in multiple divisions in the same day. So you can actually win money in both the raw and the equipped. Philip Brown looking strong on the bench press with 297. Now the bar's jumping up for Brandon McClendon. Brandon McClendon is your lifter. 336 is the weight.
McClendon's got 336 pounds on the bar. Bars loaded, says Billy Keel.
I noticed some powerlifting celebrities in the house. For those of you powerlifting fans, the Georgia Dog is in the building. 3-time IPF world champion, the most accomplished powerlifter, in this humble announcer's opinion, in the history of the state of Georgia. And Georgia's produced some great lifters. That young man has 3 IPF open world titles. He's here today. So we're going to be seeing some great lifters. Hopefully we might even be able to get him to pop over and have a conversation at some point. 336, Brandon McClendon looking good.
Brandon McClendon. Remember Team Rohr? No? Oh, he's just wearing the shirt. All right, William Thacker. Hold on, William. Hold on.
Everybody in Georgia knows the Georgia Dog is George Herring.
William Thacker.
George is in the house. We've now got Big Bill Thacker, William Thacker, opening at 363. So far we are perfect in the bench press. We are on a roll with all white lights. Everybody successful. And Big Bill Thacker making quick work of his opener. Technically proficient, very explosive off the chest. That was an impressive opening attempt. Now the bar's climbing up for Brandon Maddox, and you're in for a treat here because this young man, he actually weighed in at 74 kilos. That's about 163 pounds. And he's opening at 385. So we are talking an opening bench press of more than double body weight without a shirt. You would have to figure that Brandon is going to be the favorite in the men's lightweight bench press. Oh, now that lift was nice. Let's see if we can watch a replay of that. We're not going to have a replay of that, but I got to tell you, Brandon Maddox put on a show yesterday. He set an American record in the Masters bench press. I would suspect with the way that opening looked, I think he's going to have more than 400 pounds in him today. You'd have to figure he's the favorite. That Wilkes point on that one bench press put him 15 Wilkes points ahead of anybody else that's benched so far. That's going to be pretty tough to overcome. All right, we got Gino Powerlifting in the house, rocking and rolling. We got some AC/DC on the mic. This is Terrence Wright. He's also got 385 in his hands. Now you can see he struggled a little more than Brandon did. He was able to get the lift past 2-1, but not near as controlled and explosive as Brandon. So now we're closing in on the last 4 bench presses, but the weight's crossing right up against 400. We're going to see James Hall. James Hall is your lifter. Willie James Hall out of Lexington, Kentucky. Now James Hall actually has a 490 bench to his credit without a shirt. And he's got 396 on the bar. So James right here, he would be competing in the men's heavyweight division. Currently in the men's heavyweight division, Bill Thacker is in first place for the money. Very easy opener for James Hall. 396 for James Hall. Now we cross over 400. Charlie Page is your lifter. Charlie's out of Noonan, Georgia, and he wants to put a shout out to his Lord Jesus Christ. He's opening his bench press at 402, and his personal record's 407. So what I would suspect with Charlie is he's either having a great training cycle, or he could be a lifter that has not competed very often, because when you're opening this close to a PR, he's either going to have a monster day, or this is much within his capabilities. Now Charlie, actually, if you'll notice here, he's competing in the 74 kilo class, so he would also be going against Brandon Maddox. And with this type of a bench press, if he's successful with this bench press, that's going to actually put him in first place. Close grip, brings it down very controlled and very explosive. I want to amend my earlier statement about Brandon Maddox. I think Charlie Page is clear favorite for the men's lightweight $500, $550 prize. With that type of bench, he actually puts himself at a 10 Wilks point advantage over Brandon Maddox. In general, it's not absolute, but when you're in a bench press competition, you can figure that the Wilks points are correlated very close to kilos. So a 10 Wilks point advantage is about a 12 kilo advantage. So in order to make up for that, Brandon's going to have to hit an attempt probably about 28 pounds, 33 pounds more. Now Clint Pori, this is one of the top bench pressers in the country.
He was on Megaforce from America's Got Talent. That's why you recognize him. He was on national TV. 37 seconds, 419 pounds. Clint Pori, Albany, Kentucky. Fire it up like some Kentucky bourbon, Clint. Let's rock.
419 pound opener for Clint Pori. In the heavyweight division right now, the first place in the heavyweight division is James Hall. So this lift right here for Clint would actually move him into second place. So he would be in the money. We've still got one lifter coming after him. Very strong opener for Clint. I would suspect 200 kilos will be in the cards for him today. So he's going to definitely be here. We'll watch a replay of this lift. You'll actually notice that he drives it up in a good groove. It did appear like after the press he dipped just a little bit, but he was able to get 2-to-1 whites on this. Now, for those of you who were tuned in yesterday, this was my partner in crime for a good hour yesterday, John Jones out of Waldorf, Maryland, trains out of White Plains, Maryland, and he's actually got a whole crew back there, he said, that's going to be following him along at 301 strong, all his training partners, his wife Ebony, his mom. He wants to thank all of them. Now this guy right here with this opening attempt, he's going to put himself right in the hunt for the money. He's got 440 pounds on the bar, but he was telling me yesterday his PR is 462. So I'm going to suspect this is going to have room to spare. This would put him actually in second place in the heavyweight division. And as I suspected, much more left in him. Much more left in him.
Every lifter in the first flight made their opening attempts. The lift is good.
And you watch that lift over on video, you'd have to suspect that John's going to have a chance to move up in the money in the heavyweight division, because I would suspect he's going to be close to in the 474 range. It'll be interesting to see what the battles turn out to be, because now that we have everyone on the board, now we're going to start looking at some money spots. So here we are in the women's division, and Latavia Bowens is your lifter. She's got 82.5 kilos. She's currently in fourth place.
Let's go, Tay-Tay. All right, Tay-Tay. 182 on the bar for Tay-Tay.
Tay is a local product here. She's actually helps Josh Rohr with the administration for a lot of his meets. She is one of the Team Rohr lifters. And you'll notice technique-wise, she's very sound on the bench press. Has a lot more left in her. 3 white lights for Latavia Bowens. Very, very good lift. Now we move to Valerie Smith. Now Valerie is currently in second place, so she would actually be in position to win the money. But she is very close on the current Wilks formula. She's very close with Melissa Copeland.
Is the bar loaded? No, not yet. The bar is loaded. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a state record. She's looking to break a state record. Guess who owns the state record? Valerie Smith.
So we've just been told this is a state record for Valerie Smith. So if you're a Valerie Smith fan out of Alpharetta, Georgia, she's actually looking to tie her PR, 182 pounds in the competition. But this would also count as a state record, and it would exceed her current state record. This would also keep her in second place currently on the Wilks formula and in line to win the $200. Emily House, the next lifter, and Melissa Copeland are also very close in the top three. Looks like she's going to have trouble on that lift. Valerie was unsuccessful. She will get another chance, but it just appears on that lift like she comes down, and as she drives up, the bar just goes back over her eyes. You'll notice that for most of the lifters, the groove right there when it shifts back, that just puts you in a disadvantageous leverage position. For most of the lifters, interestingly enough, you want to actually drive the bar straight off your chest. The bar will naturally come over your eyes as you get towards the top third, but as soon as you cross over that barrier, you better be close to lockout, because it takes a tremendous amount of strength to be able to recover from a bench press, especially in the Rohr division after it crosses over your eyes. Now we move to Emily House. Now Emily is currently in first place, so she's holding on to $550 of Josh's money, and with this bench press she will actually move even farther ahead. Let's see, looks like that lift's going to be solid with some room to spare. Emily has extended her lead. She's actually got a 12 Wilks point lead. Now Melissa Copeland is your next lifter. Melissa Copeland is currently in third place, so she would actually be out of the money. But this bench press here, based on Valerie Smith missing her second attempt, this lift, if you're a Melissa Copeland fan out there, this could be a $200 bench press, because this is actually putting her back into the money. So this is where you can really see, if you're following along at home, how interesting and how exciting the battle can be when money's on the line. How often as a powerlifter do you get to lay down on the bench and have somebody say, we're going to hand you $200 if you make this lift? And Melissa is actually in a position right here, if she can make this lift, to solidify second place. Of course, Valerie will still have a chance on the third, but let's see what Melissa brings to the table with 242. She looked very comfortable on her opener, and she looked tremendous yesterday. She got a little back. Let's see if she can lock it out. We discussed this earlier. That was an interesting lift there. She did get out of the groove, and you could see how much it took out of her, but she was able to continue through the sticking point. But what happens, you'll notice as it comes off her chest, it goes back over her eyes, and that puts her in a really difficult spot. And then her elbows go out. She is able to continue driving it up. That's really a tremendous lift, considering lifting without the aid of a bencher. So now she's currently in second place. So the money, just so you're aware, what we're seeing is based off of the Wilks formula. We've got Emily House, who's currently in first place, Melissa Copeland in second by just 7 Wilks points. Valerie Smith would be in third. All right, Frank Morosky is your lifter. Now we move into the men's. This is the men's Rohr division. Frank's actually in the Masters, over 60 years of age, and he's got 303 pounds on a bar. 303 pounds in his 60s without the aid of a bencher. He gave that a very good run. He's going to get another try at that, but he gave that a very good run. We now move to Philip Brown. Philip Brown is your lifter. Philip Brown comes to us out of Warner Robins, Georgia.
You ask him again, he'll knock you down. This is all about ratios, gang. Bars loaded. This sport is about body weight ratios to the amount you're lifting. This guy is lifting just about twice his body weight on the bench, just shy of twice his body weight on the bench. A phenomenal ratio for this young man.
This actually will exceed a double bodyweight bench press because he was weighing in so light. He only weighed in at 69.5 kilos. So this is a double bodyweight Rohr bench press. That is a tremendous accomplishment in any competition. I don't care where you are, when you can do double body weight without a shirt. That's very nice. Very nice lift for Philip Brown. Philip will currently be in 5th place in the lightweight. Now, if you watch this lift, he comes off the chest now, as opposed to some of the lifts we were watching earlier. He kept it in the groove, and that's what allowed him to lock it out. That's a classic case where if he would have shifted over his eyes, he probably would have been unsuccessful. All right, Brandon McClendon is your lifter. McClendon is your lifter, 347 pounds. 347 pounds, well over double body weight. So we just saw Philip cross the double body weight barrier. Now that lift looked good to me. 3 white lights from McClendon. He's currently in 4th place in the lightweight division. We now move to Big Bill Thacker. Big Bill Thacker lifting in the heavyweight division. Interestingly enough, for those of you out there who are fans of some of these heavyweight benchers, we have quite a battle going on. The difference between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place, which basically means between $550 and nothing, is less than 4 Wilks points at this point. So 4 Wilks points is approximately 5 kilos on the bench press. So if you want to kind of make it simple, there's about a 10-pound difference between who walks home with $550 and who gets nothing. So these next 4 bench pressers are really going to be battling it out, and Big Bill Thacker starting it off. He smoked his opener at 363. I would suspect 385 is going to be no problem for him. He's going to need more than that to get into the money, but this will at least close the gap on 3rd place. Yeah, his lifts have looked strong all day. This is really a good technically and strong raw bencher. If you'll notice the drive upward, keeps his elbows in a good position. Really strong lockout. We'd be expecting over 400 out of Big Bill Thacker on his next attempt. We'll now move to Terrence Wright. Now, Terrence right here is currently in 3rd place. But what Terrence is trying to do is to close the gap on the money. Unfortunately, he's in, as they say, up to his elbows in alligators. He's in a dogfight with some big percentage benchers in Brandon Maddox and Charlie Page. So even with this lift, Terrence Wright will still be back in 3rd place. He's going to be able to solidify his position on the bronze medal. But he would still be quite a good distance away, probably I would say another 15 or so pounds from moving into the money position. No liftoff, interestingly, 391 without a liftoff. He's a little bit behind the groove, but it does appear like he was able to fight it up. Let's see what the judges say. 3 red lights. So what happens here is if you watch this lift, I believe the lift was successful, but he did not wait for the rack signal. It doesn't appear to me, watching it on slow-mo, like the bar went back down. There was a little bit of uneven, but they don't really have a, yeah, he didn't wait for the rack signal. They don't really have a problem with that uneven extension. What it really was he didn't wait for the chief referee. Now we move to James Hall. James Hall is in 3rd place in the men's heavyweight division for the formula battle. So he's actually only 4 Wilks points out of 1st. And with this bench press, when he's successful, he will be within 1 Wilks point, which is about 2 kilos. So he'll be within 5 pounds. So we got ourselves some quite interesting battles over here. We are within 4 Wilks points for the money in the men's heavyweight division. Now it appears like we're having a little bit of trouble with the order. According to what I was seeing, James Hall should be the lifter. It appears like maybe they had a card out of order. Chief referee Billy Keel, 3-time collegiate national champion Billy Keel, is discussing it with Darren Jackson. He is the expediter. Josh Rohr, meet director extraordinaire, has put his hand up as if to say, everybody stop moving until I tell you what to do. which is really impactful because literally everybody has stopped moving at this moment. I want to take a moment while we have a chance to mention our sponsors. We've got Citadel Nutrition in the house. Bryce Lewis lifted yesterday quite impressively, one of the Citadel Nutrition lifters. We've got Gata Barbell Club. James Townsend's crew had Doc Holloway quite successful yesterday. Heath and Tony Walton. We have Quest Nutrition in the house. Sherman Ledford, Quest Nutrition and Athletics. And Team Rohr, Josh Rohr's team in the house. Now we are back online. It looks like it is James Hall as the lifter, and it looks like 407. And with this lift right here, 407 would actually put him in, according to the Wilks formula, put him into third place, but very close. Ooh, James Hall. He might actually have a shot at the money because his bench had a lot left in him. So let's see. As you watch the video here, you can see a tremendous drive off the chest, a solid lockout. That young man competing in the Raw Masters division. So he's over 40 plus. Now James is actually in third place in the Wilks. But he's literally less than one Wilks point out of first. So currently, less than one Wilks point is separating first, second, and third in the men's heavyweight. Now we've got the top two lightweight benchers, and these two are going to be battling for the money, in Brandon Maddox and Charlie Page. What you're going to see here with Brandon Maddox is currently in second place. Brandon Maddox currently has 125 Wilks points. Now, he clearly is being coached by a proficient coach because they have chosen 187.5 kilos. And let me explain to you why that's significant, ladies and gentlemen. That 413 pounds is the exact weight he needs to move ahead of Charlie Page by 1/10 of a Wilks point. So whoever's coaching him picked the exact number that this would move him into the lead. And ladies and gentlemen, right now he is holding on to $550 of Josh Rohr's money. Now let's set the stage. As you watch the video over again, this is not a max lift. This man will have more left in him. I would suspect he's going to wait and see what Charlie does, and his coaches will be able to put in a strategic attempt. Because this is a bench-only competition, much like the deadlift in a full meet, you have the ability to change your third attempt. So there will be some interesting subplots and battles going on for the money. Now, as we discussed, Brandon Maddox currently in the lead. Charlie Page now is your lifter. Now, with this bench press, Charlie Page will open back up the lead by about 8 Wilks points, roughly about 10 kilos on the bench press. So based on what I saw Brandon's lift, I think Brandon is capable of 10 kilos. They've only got him in going up 2.5 kilos pending this lift by Charlie. But I would suspect this is a must lift for Charlie just to have a chance to win the money. But I also think that Brandon's going to have something to say about it on the third attempt. And if you remember, Charlie actually worked a little bit on his opening attempt. So this is jumped up about 24 pounds. He actually put on the washer plates because I'm told this is an American record. So currently he's holding on to $200, and this would turn it into $550 if he's successful. I think he's got it. Let's see if he can lock it out. No, he's tailing backwards. That's going to be no lift. The spotters will grab it. It's interesting right there. What happened was because he has such a narrow grip, he has a very long bench press. So you'll notice the vast majority of lifters would be completely locked out, myself included, by about right here. And you can see he's just still got a good distance left to push, and that just makes it difficult. You know, he's doing everything he can to lock that out. Now, what this means is Brandon Maddox is in the lead, and Brandon Maddox still has another attempt, and Brandon looks like he has more in him. So you'd have to figure he's probably pretty solid for the money. Charlie will have something to say about it. But at this point, it looks like Brandon's in control for the money. Now we move to the heavyweight, and in this division, we have Clint Poore, who's currently in second place. He's currently in second place based off of the Wilks. And we talked about earlier, James Hall, Clint Poore, and John Jones are within 1 Wilks point of each other. So these next benches will all determine on who goes home with 550 and who goes home with 200 and who goes home with nothing. Based on what we saw earlier, Clint looked like he had more left in him. This is a nice 15-pound jump. I think this should be within his capabilities, but this will push him a little bit. As you can see, he did have to work a little bit. Was not a max lift, but he now has moved. He got 2-1 decision. I'm not sure what the red was for. But let's watch this lift again. From my looks of it, that looks like a good lift. Oh, it's interesting, yeah. Now that we watch the replay, the master of Cunningham Camp broadcast, Trey Cunningham, pointed out to me it appeared like his left elbow was not locked out. One of the fascinating things about being able to watch the replay immediately on this giant HD monitor that I have in front of me, top of the line quality equipment that we're working with here, is you can literally see the minute infractions. So interestingly, because he got that lift passed, now Clint is actually in the lead currently in the heavyweight division, but as we've been seeing earlier, a ping pong match has broken out at the Summer Showdown because John Jones is now actually looking to hit it back over the table and move into first place. So all the crew up in Maryland that's watching at home, they're looking close at their monitor at 463 pounds, a PR tying lift. Now that was a very strong lift. Let's see what the judges say. He did get one red. I wonder if that's not for sinking the bar after the press. When we rewatch this video, you'll notice when he gets the press signal, the bar clearly does sink into his chest. That's considered heaving. That's often going to be red lighted. It is against the rules, but it is very difficult to see in a short, quick burst. But John Jones is now in first. Clint Poore is in second. But he's only in first by 3/100ths of a Wilks point. Not even 3/10ths of a Wilks point, 3/100ths of a Wilks point. So there's some really, really close battles going on, and you can see the coaching is at an elite level because you're talking about putting in attempts to be able to know the exact kilo equivalent of what will put you ahead. Now we move to Valerie Smith, and we're back to third attempts, and this is the women's Raw division. So we've got money on the line here, and Valerie in this situation is currently in third place. And what she is looking to do is to add to her bench press, her opener of 176. She's looking to do, this would be 182 pounds for Valerie, a comeback attempt after being unsuccessful in her second. Now that was interesting. She got the start signal and appeared to have an unsteady descent as if she was unsure, but the lift is good, 2-1. And that is a state record. Now you'll notice on the video here, she is controlled. Let's see what happens as she goes up. The bar does clearly. Now that on replay is obvious, but at the time it happened, it was much more subtle, but she got it past 2-1, and that's a state record. In the record books, it'll look like 3 white lights. All right, local product, Tay Bowens, 2 for 2 right now, going to look for 3 for 3 with 192 pounds. Tay looking to go 3 for 3, and then she will be competing in the equipped division. After we take a 20-minute break, we're going to go into the equipped bench press.
Ladies and gentlemen, 193
3 white lights.
no benches,
Tay Bowens, as she's known the local crowd here, looking like she was capable of a little bit more today in the bench, but you'll notice there was some instability at the top, so her coach Josh Rohr picked an excellent attempt. We now have Emily House. Emily House, who's currently in first place in the women's division, so this lift would add 6 Wilks points to her total. It appears, based on what Melissa Copeland is choosing, that if you're an Emily House fan, she has already wrapped up the money. Melissa would have the opportunity to raise her third attempt, but based on what I'm seeing, I suspect Emily has it wrapped up regardless. This lift would just add to her Wilks total, give her an additional 2.5 Wilks points. Looks like that's going to be no lift. She's stuck right at the sticking point, a little bit uneven. Melissa Copeland will be your lifter. Melissa Copeland will be your lifter. You'll notice here as she comes up, she's really trying everything she can, but there's just a sticking point she can't break through. But Emily will be your first place winner. And this next lifter, Melissa Copeland, she will actually be your second place winner regardless of what happens on this lift. So you're talking $200 going to Melissa Copeland, $550 going to Emily House. But Melissa, of course, would love to be 3 for 3. Regardless of when you win the money, you definitely want to put yourself in a position where you finish up 3 for 3, 248 pounds, third attempt in the bench press, and with a nice payday to boot. No lift. Good catch by the spotters. You'll notice without a bench shirt, oftentimes the lifters get stuck in the bottom simply because they don't have that rebound effect. The bench shirt lifters, typically the bars coming off the chest at a rapid speed and where the sticking point is much higher up. For those of you equipped powerlifting fans, we will take a 20-minute break after this flight, roughly about 8 benchers left, and then we will go to a equipped bench press flight, and there'll be money on the line in that flight as well. So we got Frank Morosky. Now Morosky's 60 years of age or in the 60-plus division, and he is attempting a 303-pound bench press. So I can tell you there are not a lot of 60-year-olds walking around who can bench 300 pounds. That is deserving of a round of applause. I don't care who you are. 60 years of age benching 300 pounds without a bench shirt, that is extremely impressive. Frank Morosky, whatever fans you have watching back home, enjoy this video because that is a tremendous accomplishment. 303 pounds. Congratulations, Frank. All right, now Philip Brown, who earlier did a double body weight second attempt, is of course adding to that another 11 pounds. So this is moving across the double body weight barrier and up to 319 pounds. He is currently in 5th place in the men's raw division. The lightweight up into the 93 kilo weight class. And that lift is no good. Phillip will be credited with his second attempt of 308. Now we move to Brandon McClendon, and now it's going to get down to the final 8 benchers, and there's going to be some battles for the money on the line. It appears like in the lightweight division, it is wrapped up. The 2 lifters who will win the money is determined. It's just the order. It's going to come down to Brandon Maddox, currently in 1st, and Charlie Page. But Brandon McClendon here is looking to add to his bench press and put 358 on the board. And I tell you what, if you're a McClendon fan, that young man has more left in him. He did get 1 red light. It was difficult to know what it was for. The judges do not have the card system set up at this competition, so I'm not 100% sure. The only thing I could see maybe is his butt came up. The angle that we have of the video, you can see the movement, but you just can't see 100%. It didn't appear like there were any other rule infractions, but the lift was good regardless. Terrence Wright is your lifter, 391 pounds. He was unsuccessful on his second attempt, so he's looking to move up for his third attempt. We got Gata Barbell in the house, Citadel Nutrition as well, TeamRohr.com, and Quest Nutrition and Athletics. Please support the sponsors who support us. Now you'll notice he dropped that bar very fast. It didn't appear like the bar came to a complete stop, but he was able to get the press signal. And what he did was he let the bar dip after the press signal. Once again, that is considered what's called heaving. It's a difficult call to make, though. When we're watching it on high-def video, it's a lot easier to see. So Big Bill Thacker is now your lifter. Big Bill Thacker currently in 4th place in the heavyweight division. 407 pounds, I'm told, a military American record. So everybody who's out there in powerlifting land, whether you're a Big Bill Thacker fan or not, you need to move up closer to your monitor. You need to call your friends and family, get them all sitting by the screen, because this man has protected and served us, so we need to honor and cheer him on and give him everything we can for a military American record. Simply put, an American record means this young man is lifting successfully more weight than has ever been lifted in USA Powerlifting history by a member of the military in this weight class and age group. It's quite an accomplishment. Looks like a strong lockout, and the judges say 3 white lights, 4:07. Big Bill Thacker. You'll notice on this lift, he's got a very good drive off the chest, but a strong lockout.
Nobody in the United States of America in his weight class can squat, bench, and deadlift more than Brandon Maddox. The bar is loaded. He's got 424 on the bar.
Now this essentially is to pad his lead. He's currently in first place by 18 100ths, by less than 2/10 of a Wilkes point. But this lift will add a little bit of a cushion and force Charlie Page into making his third attempt. Let's see what Brandon does. I suspect he's got this lift. Yeah, he looks good. Brandon clearly is an elite lifter. 424 pounds. And you'll notice a good transition through the sticking point, refusing to budge. Charlie Page now.
Gina, this is for the win.
The gold medal, the bar is loaded. American record, and for the gold medal, give me a round of applause for Charlie Page.
$550. This is for the win, the money.
Also included is $550.
$550 for Charlie Page on the line here if he makes this lift.
426 pounds.
So Charlie's got to hit this lift or Brandon Maddox is your winner. Charlie does have second place wrapped up, so he's got $200. So essentially this is a $350 bench press. He's going to leave with some money. How much is it? We'll know in just a moment. And the lift is no lift, 2-1. What was the call? His butt. His butt came up off. We'll watch this video over again. We'll see from our angle. I don't know if we'll be able to tell conclusively. It's difficult because the ER racks are right in line from my view, but I'll tell you if I can see. Well, you can clearly tell that there was some movement. From our angle, you can't definitively say whether it left the bench, but he did get 2 reds from both the side judges. Usually that's a relatively easy call because you can see right down the line. So what means is Maddox is your winner, $550. Charlie Page is your second place, $200. Now we just have 3 bench pressers left, and then we are going to have a 20-minute break. A 20-minute break. Because some of the lifters are in the raw and in the equipped, we had to allot a break because these lifters then who are in this division have to go put a bench shirt on and warm up. So Josh Rohr, being the meet director he is, clearly wanting to support the lifters, is making it feasible for them to compete in both. All right, now James Hall is your lifter. He's currently in third place, but this lift would actually move him up into the money, into second place. So this is actually to move up into the $200 position. And James looked very strong on his second, so this is within his capabilities, but it will push him. Oh, he's got that lift. And the judges say 3 white lights. So now James, after making that lift, he has actually moved into second place.
Gina, this is for the win.
Now this is for the win.
To move him into first, $550.
This will move him into first place. Well, temporarily. Temporarily. He'll be in the first place position, but we're not done yet. Bars loaded, Clint Poor. looking for the gold medal at $550. We'll temporarily put him into first, but we have one more lifter. This is 446 pounds.
This is a do or die. So after these few final benchers, we're going to do a little bit of a wrap-up of what we watched. And then we will take actually a 10-minute break from the live broadcast, Cunningham Camp broadcast of the 2016 Summer Showdown. So we got money on the line right here. Clint Pori, this is interesting because if he misses this lift, he gets zero money. He drops to third place. So his whole account balance is on, can he lock this lift out? No lift for Clint Pori. So what that means is James Hall gets second, and now John Jones has first place wrapped up. John Jones already has the money in first, but this will add. He's already got it wrapped up. You could see there, Clint Pori really gave that a good run. It was just 2.5 kilos too much, but it was actually the attempt that he needed because John Jones is going for a PR 474. Now, those of you who are from Waldorf, Maryland, lifting at a 301 strong, John Jones was my partner yesterday on the live broadcast, and John Jones told me all the guys back home been helping him. We watched Bryce Lewis bench 474, and John specifically had that in his mind as what he wanted to bench. And I tell you, based on what I saw in his second attempt, the power is there. This young man has the strength. This is a personal record attempt. So he has a chance to go home 3 for 3 with the money and a PR. Drive it up. That shows how close that battle was because it ended up being 3 lifters separated by 1.5 Wilks points. 3 lifters in the heavyweight, 1.5 Wilks points. And you can see he just was unable to lock that out. Would have been a personal record. All right, I believe we're going to do a little wrap-up of what we just saw, and then we are going to take a break. So essentially, let me give you the rundown, what we noticed here in the women's division. We had Emily House take the money in first place. She hit a nice 87.5 kilo bench press, 191 pounds. In second place, we finished up in the open division with Melissa Copeland, and she's going to take home second place money of $200. In the men's lightweight, we had a battle of all battles. It ended up going down to Brandon Maddox, who took first place over Charlie Page. This is Brandon Maddox winning bench press that gave him $550. And that put him in first place. And then in the heavyweight division, we had quite an exciting battle between 3 lifters. It ended up with Clint Pori in third place, trying for the win unsuccessfully. James Hall sneaking into second place. And your gold medalist and your winner taking home the money, 463-pound bench press, John Jones out of Waldorf, Maryland. And that's the lift right there that's going to earn him a nice paycheck. John was telling me yesterday he's from Georgia, so he came back here to visit some family, and he got paid to do it. We want to thank you guys for enjoying the morning session. We are going to be taking a brief 10-minute break while we get ready for the equipped. Join us back in 10 minutes. Get in front of your screen for some more bench press and more Josh Rohr's money.
Team Rohr Personal Training proudly brings to you the USAPL Summer Showdown in right north of Atlanta, Georgia. You hear Dr. Patrick Anderson on the microphone. My name is Clint Poor, and we are live here at the 2016 USA Powerlifting Summer Showdown it's either Emerson, Georgia. We're excited. We're about to start the equipped part of the pro meet. We just did the raw bench pressing. My name is Clint Poor. If you saw the minute guys go, just a second ago, I finished third in the heavyweight raw bench press. Now we're about to do the pro equipped bench press. First up is Latavia Bowens. She has 95 kilos on the bar. She's wearing a Titan shirt. Here she goes. She's taking the handoff from Dale McLaren, IPF World Team member. Here she goes. She brings it down to her chest. Gets the press command. Drives it home to lock out with authority. Nice job, Latavia. Up next, Mickey Glasgow. He's a Masters lifter. I believe Mickey is a Masters 4 lifter, folks. That is over 70 years of age. Absolutely fantastic. Mickey's up with 160 kilos on the bar. That comes out to 352.7 pounds. You see on your screen. All this is brought to you live thanks to Josh Rohr and Team Rohr Personal Training. And Trey Cunningham is our master producer and director for the entire show. You can hear Dr. Patrick Anderson in the background giving a great live in front of the meet. And we have Mickey has got getting his belt on right now. He's getting set up. This has been a tremendous weekend of lifting here at USA Powerlifting at Summer Showdown. Mickey's settling into the bench. I wish I had his age. He is. Here he goes. He's settling under the bar. He's got his hands on the bar. It's over. Masters 4. Folks, if you think that's incredible. I mean, look at this. 353-pound bench press. Opener. This is opener. This is what should be easy. At Masters 4, over 70 years of age. Here we go. He takes the handoff. Looks solid. His Titan F6. Brings it down to his chest. Gets the press command. Oh, my goodness. Oh, fantastic. 3 white lights for Mickey Glasgow. Fantastic. Up next, we have John Clay. John is doing a 408-pound bench press. 407.9, 185 kilos. This will be his opener. John. Here we go. John looks like he's ready. He's got his beanie on. He's coming out. He's taking his headphones out. He's fired up. He's been warming up. He's got his SBD singlet on. Here comes John Clay. Here we go. Here we go. 185 kilos, 408 pounds. He's settled in the bar, getting his shoulders set. Dale McLaren steps up to give the handoff. And here we go. Gets the start command. Brings it down to his chest, his Titan shirt. Drives it home with authority. Great opening lift for John Clay at 408 pounds. Tremendous. He looks like he could be in for a very strong afternoon of lifting. Up next, this guy went right at 400. Right at 400 pounds raw. Now he's opening up with 440 pounds. Opening up with 440 pounds, William Thacker. Here we go. Bill Thacker, William Thacker. He's up. His injured singlet, his Rage X bench shirt. He's about to get fired up. He's getting settled under the bar. Now, folks, he just did a raw meet, and he's coming back, put his bench shirt on. Now he's going for more, trying to win some cash in the equipped bench press as well. Here we go. Gets the press command. Oh, he looks strong. Easy opener for William Thacker. Tremendous opening lift at 441 pounds. Up next, we have Austin Brown with 491 pounds. Woo! It's getting exciting, folks. Austin will be our last lifter, looks like, in the equipped bench press. So right now, he'll have the highest opener. Should put him in excellent position to win the cash. All right, and now, as we get ready, as soon as we get done watching Austin, we've got a special guest joining us on the commentary, Charlie Page, who competed in the pro bench press in the lightweight division. But first, let's watch Austin Brown with 491 pounds on the bar. Here we go. Brings it, he settles in, gets a start command. Brings it down to a singlet. Boom! Solid lift for Austin Brown. 2-1. You got one red light, two white lights. Good lift. Now we're joined by Charlie Page, who finished second in the pro raw bench press. Charlie.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I remember correctly, you barely missed on your third, taking home the top first place cash.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Tell us a little about that. How'd you enjoy that, Charlie?
I enjoyed it all, sir. I give God the praise and the honor for it.
Well, that's awesome.
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
So where are you from, Charlie?
I'm from Noonan, Georgia.
Noonan, Georgia.
Yes,
Where's
sir.
that at in relation to Atlanta?
It's probably about 30 minutes south of Atlanta.
30 minutes south. You had about an hour drive to get here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. How many years you been lifting, Charlie?
I've been lifting ever since 2006.
2006.
Yes, sir.
Now, how old are you?
34.
34.
Yes, sir.
So, are you heading to Bench Press Nationals this year in Denver?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well,
Yes, sir.
definitely glad to see you at Bench Press Nationals.
Yes, sir.
You're looking home to get on Team USA and go to the Bench Press Worlds next year then, right?
Yes, sir.
What weight class?
165.
165.
Yes, sir.
So what we looking at potential? What you got 407 on the books today, right?
Yes, sir.
That's almost 2.5 times your body weight.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely tremendous. That should put you in the shot for the running
Yes, sir.
at Bench Nationals.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been to Bench Nationals before?
No, sir.
You didn't come to Josh's in 2013 here?
No, sir.
Oh, that's tremendous. That's great.
Yes, sir.
But as with Charlie, we'll get back to right now. We got Latavia Bowens, if I'm pronouncing her name right, Bowens or Bowens. She's up with 221 pounds. What do you think, Charlie?
She's looking pretty good so far, so I think she'll pull it out.
Her opener was absolutely tremendous.
It was amazing.
Yes, she is a very strong young woman.
Yes, sir.
She takes the bar, brings it to her chest, gets the press command.
Easy.
She may be sandbagging. I think she needs to put some weight on the
She gotta
bar.
put some weight on there.
Tremendous second lift for Latavia. Up next is Mickey Glasgow. Mickey has a 160 on the board, 350. Now he's going for 375 pounds. It's a nice 10-kilo jump he's making on his second attempt. Here's the replay of Charlie Page's 407-pound lift. You can watch this, Charlie. Tell me all about this real quick. Brings his chest, drives it. Look at that. That's fighting through it.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty impressive. Boom! Locks it out with authority.
Yes, sir.
How'd that feel?
Felt great. Yes, sir.
Felt
I think that was the that was my American attempt. My butt came up just a little bit. It said came up about a half an inch, so I missed that one. Yes,
Well,
sir.
you got to keep the butt down
Gotta
in
keep
USA
it down.
Powerlifting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Mickey Glasgow takes the bar with 375 pounds. Gets the press command. Wow. Wow. Dr. Patrick even says it too. Wow. I think Mickey needs to be well over 400 pounds on his next attempt.
Yes, sir.
He looks really, really strong. We've got, so what are you looking for in the future? And tell me about Ignite the Fire. I saw you and another lady wearing those shirts here today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's our we have a Bible prayer group at my church in Noonan, Georgia. Pastored by Evangelist Pastor Harris and Kenneth Harris, and we just go around to different countries, and we ignite the fire, spread the good news.
Fire.
Yes, sir, spreading the good news of the gospel. So I give praise and honor to my pastor.
All right,
Yes, sir.
that is an awesome, absolutely fantastic and awesome thing.
Yes, sir.
As we're getting ready, we see in the background on your right-hand side of your screen, you see John Clay getting his wrist wraps on. John is now approaching the bar.
And the other lady that you seen with the Ignite the Fire, that's my beloved wife. So I
That
want
is
to
your
thank
wife.
her. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Also,
Now,
yeah.
she lifted earlier, right?
No, sir, she didn't.
She gonna lift?
No, sir.
No,
no,
she's
sir.
not.
Yes, sir.
I thought I saw her in the warm-up area over there.
No, sir.
All right, here we go. John Clay gets the handoff, brings it down to his chest in his tightened shirt, gets the press command. Oh! 195 going up. 3 white lights. Solid second attempt. All right. Well, Charlie, we appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for
sir.
coming by.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you coming and joining us on commentary. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
We look forward to seeing tremendous fire-driven performance
Yes, sir.
at Bench Press National.
Thank you, sir. You have a blessed day.
You too, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, we just had the second place guy in the lightweight raw bench press. In just a minute, we're going to be joined by the first place money winner, Brandon Maddox. But first, we got at 452 pounds, William Thacker. He's up for his second attempt, looking very strong, looking solid. He's got his slingshot wrist wraps on, his Inzer singlet, his Inzer bench shirt. Brings it to his chest, gets the press command. I'm telling you, William has got a lot left in the tank. That's 2 solid lifts. I believe he is 5 for 5 today. 3 for 3 in the raw bench press competition, and 2 for 2 so far in the equip. Can we get a replay of that, Trey? All right, we'll have to hold up on that one. We'll get him on his third round if he does good. Up next, we have Austin Brown. He's going to 507 pounds. All right, Austin Brown's coming up. Austin settling in with 507. Get the handoff from IPF World Team member Dale McLaren. Takes the weight, brings it down to his chest, gets the press command. Oh, man, Austin is looking strong today. He's definitely got more in the tank on that. Very strong second attempt from Austin. And now I'd like to introduce the winner of the Summer Showdown Lightweight Raw Pro Bench Press, Brandon Maddox. Brandon, we're honored to have you here at the live stream broadcast with us.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us about your day today. How'd you do?
I think I got first place, 424 on my third attempt.
Okay, how much? Tell the folks at home, how much was your body weight with that 424-pound attempt?
Today I weighed in 163 and a half, so I missed
163 and a half.
Yeah, I missed my weight class by a few pounds today. I competed yesterday and I made weight at 162.
That's right. You did folks, just think about this young man is so tremendous. He competed in the full meet yesterday. Now comes back today, takes home the first place cash in the raw bench press after competing in the full meet yesterday. Right. Absolutely tremendous today. So what, at 424 third attempt?
Yes, that's a little bit under my best single lift bench back in last June or July at the Summer Showdown last year. I got 425.5.
Yeah. I think I remember that. You were looking for trying to break the American record back then.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I thought it was the all-time American record that I was taking from Jason Manikoff.
Yep.
But it turns out I didn't go a full pound over.
Oh.
Now, I got credit for it, but a few months later, he went back, looked at the results, and, he let the guys know, technically, the record's not his. So, I would have liked to have went back for it today, but I didn't make my weight class, so I couldn't chip it, and I don't think I have 429 in me today. So.
Well, Latavia brings it down to her chest, gets the press command, drives it home. That's an excellent choice for a third attempt by Latavia. She looked strong, didn't she?
Yeah, that was easy. She got
208, 237. Here's a replay. Watch this power, folks. Boom, off the chest with the press command. Drives it home to lock out. That's tremendous.
That looks like a second attempt.
Yeah,
that was
she
easy.
definitely had more in the tank.
Yeah, that looked easy.
Now, up we have our Masters 4 lifter. Oh, here's Brandon's best lift of the day. His final lift, 424 pounds.
Yeah.
Look at him drive it home with authority. And how much did you weigh?
163 and some change.
Woo, folks, that is absolutely tremendous. Now, Brandon, we'll get back. Let's watch Mickey for a second. I want you to tell us about what you're expecting the rest of your year to look like here in just a second. Mickey's coming up now with 402 pounds at over 70 years of age.
Impressive. Wow.
Very impressive. Mickey Glasgow, Masters 4. Here we go. He takes the handoff. He looks solid. Brings it down to his chest. Gets the press command. Woo. Oh, nice. Absolutely fantastic. 2-1. Great lift, Mickey Glasgow at 402 pounds at 70 years of age. That is fantastic. Look at this replay, folks. Watch him drive it off his chest with authority all the way through to lockout. Woohoo! If I'm 70, I want to be hitting 400 pounds too.
Yeah.
That is absolutely fantastic. All right, so back to Brandon here. Brandon, tell us what your rest of your year is looking like. What's your other competitions you have this year?
I got one next month. Shout out to Ronald Tarvin. Next month we're gonna have a little hometown battle. I think Steve Goggins has put it on the USPA Tested Nationals.
Yeah.
So me and him gonna go head to head in 165. Kind of see, hometown guys competing against each other.
So what's your next USA Powerlifting meet?
And then USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals.
Raw Nationals. You're coming in for the big show.
Yeah. So I'm
the
gonna cut it off.
biggest meet in the world.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be my first Raw National. So.
Well, you're in for a treat. Now, when you get here, have you got a coach coming with you?
No.
Well, if you got a friend, bring somebody with you to keep up because it's the largest meet in the world. It's the most exciting and largest there is.
Okay.
Before we get to that, let's go to John Clay, his third attempt with 441 pounds. John's looking strong. I think he can do this. What do you think, Brandon?
Oh, he's got it. Looks like everybody's been hitting their attempt. So.
Very solid flight. Takes the bar down. Welcome to the jungle in the background. Gets the press command. Oh, he's
got it.
driving. Come on, finish it. Finish.
It.
Oh, excellent battle. Just not quite enough today. A little more tricep work, and I think he's got that.
Yeah.
So here we go with the replay. Look how close this was, folks. Comes down, brings his chest, shoots way past the 90-degree mark.
Yeah,
I mean, we're talking
tricep,
3 inches at the most, and he could have locked that out.
Yeah. The
Great
tricep gave
effort.
out as soon as he got there.
Yeah,
some tricep
absolutely.
work.
So you're headed to Raw Nationals. Now, Josh Rohr, the meet director for Raw Nationals, is also the meet director here at the USAPL Summer Showdown, is going to be having, he said, between 500 to 800, maybe even 1,000 lifters again. It may run 50 to 60, maybe even 100 deep in your weight class.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It is the most exciting meet there is. I think you're going to do real well. But before we go to that, we have William Thacker's third attempt with 210 kilos. Oh, he got a bit of a cramp. This is his 6th bench press today. William did the raw bench press, then goes put the shirt on and comes back and does the equipped.
That's some endurance.
Yeah, he's starting to cramp up a little bit. William, you got 32 seconds. Come on, man. Get settled in,
Ooh,
take the pain.
You can see it. You can see it in his left hamstring.
Yeah, he's tightening up.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Folks, this happens sometimes. When you're competing, it's always a good thing to have a bottle of Gatorade with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because Gatorade will keep you loose, keep electrolytes in you, keep that salt in you, keep you from cramping up.
Yeah, I had 2 for me today.
Absolutely. It's very important, isn't it? As soon as you weigh in, drink the Gatorade. In my case, it's SSP Nutrition. Here we go. He brings it to his chest.
Get some drive.
Drive.
Get some drive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, cramped up right leg, too.
3 white lights for a 463-pound bench press. Can we get a replay of that one? There we go. Brings it to his chest. Perfect form. Elbows in. Drives it off his chest. Elbows flare just a hair early. The right arm catches up and drives it home to lockout.
Very nice.
6 for 6 in the bench press today for William Thacker. Absolutely tremendous. Up next is our last lifter in the pro equipped bench press. 523.6 pounds. I like to call that 524. What about you?
We'll go with 524.
That's right. We always round up, don't we? Rounding down's no fun, is it?
That's true. That's true.
We got Austin Brown. Austin's here in his Ray Jex singlet, Ray Jex shirt. Brings it down to his chest. Drives off chest. Let's see what the referees say. 2-1. Good lift, Austin Brown. And according to the Wilkes formula, Austin just took first place in the Equipped Pro Bench Press. Congratulations to Austin. Look at this replay. Drives it home, hit a little bit of sticking point, and finishes the lift. I love that shot. Trey's showing us this because you get that close-up of the lift, driving off the chest. You see the referee giving the hand signal and bringing it back. Absolutely tremendous. Well, they're going to break this down real quick. So let's talk about your lifts.
Okay.
What did you do yesterday here at the Raw meet?
Squats I opened with 523.
Opened with 523 pounds
Yeah.
at 162
yeah.
pound body weight. That's tremendous.
Yep. Second attempt was 540.
540. How'd that go?
It went good.
Went
I got
good?
540.
540.
And then I jumped to 556, which would have beat my 551 from December.
Did you get it?
I did not.
Oh.
I did not. It happens some days.
Yes,
Your
it
cut
does.
just affects you.
Yes.
And for some reason, I feel like squats, I'm not warm. I'm not ready. So that's something I will need to work on so I can perform to my potential on squats.
All right. How'd you do in your bench press yesterday?
Bench press, my plan was the same pretty much for the first and second attempts. I opened with 385, felt light, went to 413. I started cramping up.
Ooh.
So I played it conservative on my third and went 418 on bench.
Good, smart move.
Got all 3 benches.
Total's more important than trying to hit a PR in that situation.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and that's something I've had to learn over the long run. I've always
we all have to learn that the hard way.
I always used to like bench opening with 407. I guess it was the ego thing, like, hey, I'm opening 407.
I don't know any lifters without egos.
I brought it down. I said, let's open lighter, make a bigger second jump.
Now, that's going to be a real good strategy as far as Raw Nationals when you go there.
Yeah.
Watch and see. Don't let the ego get ahead of you because guys will try to rush it and they'll get ahead and may lose. You're talking 2.5 kilos could move you 10 positions.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you got to make strategy a main important thing.
Exactly.
So, what'd you do in your deadlift?
Deadlift, I opened with 545.
Yeah.
Yeah, and opened with 545 on my deadlift. It didn't feel great. Well, that's my third attempt there.
There we go.
That's 584. I had to change to my Converse. I had on some.
Change the Converse. I like that.
I had on some Nike indoor soccer shoes that I've been training with, and I felt good. But on the platform.
There's Emily House. Oh, we just missed it. She just did an easy opener of 364 pounds. Great job, Emily. So go ahead with that real quick.
But 545, then went 573, got it, and 584 in my Converse. And I feel I may have had a bit more. I'm still trying to get 600, but I'll have to wait another day.
Yeah, get 2 lifts in because your third one, if you have to have it at Raw Nationals, they'll give you the opportunity to go for it if you need the position to make Team USA in the future on that.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's what everybody's playing for. It's that spot to represent America at the IPF Raw World Championships.
Yeah. And I've been saying to everybody lately, the 74, 75 kilogram class is really getting strong.
Yes, they are. All right, here's Philip Brown on the back of his singlet. It says Flip. I'm guessing that's his nickname. It's Flip Brown is up with a 192.5 kilo deadlift opener at 424.
He also competed yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Easy opener.
Easy opener.
And he actually pulled sumo yesterday. He said today he's going to try conventional.
Really? He pulled sumo yesterday. Today he comes back and goes conventional. Well, you know what that shows is tremendous versatility and back strength.
Yeah.
Great athlete there. Tremendous.
Bold move as well.
Bold move. And he looks like he had no problems with 424. Looks like he got a lot left in the tank.
Yeah.
All right, up next is Melissa Copeland. Now, if I remember correctly, Melissa had some big lifts earlier this morning. This young lady is absolutely strong. She's opening with 435 pounds. Now, she's in the same weight class as the legendary Bonica Law. And she brings it up, pulls it up to lockout, gets the down command. 3 white light experience for Melissa. Great job. Now, next up is Rhonda Watts. With the 84 kilo weight class. She's going even heavier. These girls are strong, man, on their openers. 469 pounds. Folks, if you've ever seen awesome lifting, it's great being a guy and doing a lot of lifting. When you see these women lift, these women in the USA Powerlifting are the best of the best in the world, and they're drug-tested, drug-free.
Absolutely amazing.
That's something to really be proud of. Here comes Rhonda Watts, opening attempt, 469 pounds. She's going conventional, it looks like.
Yeah.
What do you think here?
I think it'll be easy. She looks ready.
She's got a good grip, drives her feet. Oh, yeah, her low back is very strong. She's way over 500-pound deadlift, I believe.
I think we're going to see it today.
I think we're going to see a very awesome deadlift out of these women. This looks like it's going to be a battle. Now, Andre Avina. I hope I pronounced his name right. Andre is in the men's raw heavyweight. He is weighed in 128.6 kilos, and he's going to be deadlifting a 485-pound opener. Here he comes. Now, he is going belt free. What do you think about that choice there, Brandon, going belt free in the deadlift?
I believe the way you train, you get better at it.
Oh, nice shot. I
Yeah,
like the
so-
shot of the feet. And that was a good shot, Trey. We like that. See him grabbing the bar like that. So you think the way, if you train beltless, keep going beltless?
Yes, they say it's not safe for your back, but I trained beltless for about the past 8 months to a year, and I made my biggest PRs beltless.
Well,
Now I'm back in the belt. Still hadn't caught. It's about the same USAPL with the stiff bar, but I believe the way you train is the way you'll progress. So.
Andre just absolutely smoked that 485, so he should have a lot more of the tank. Now we've got well, our screen just took a jump, but Garrett Bailey.
This guy competed yesterday as well.
Yes, he did. I remember one.
on a back-to-back.
Absolutely fantastic lifter. Now, did he finished second or third yesterday or something? He was up there. He did real well.
I'm not sure if he's a junior lifter.
Is he? Really? Is that?
He
Wow.
may be. I'm not sure. He may be a junior.
He gets a good grip on the bar, nice and chalked up. Wow, back-to-back days deadlifting. Very strong young man with 584 opener.
Yeah.
Woo.
Competing on deadlifts back-to-back days, I'm not sure I can do that one. That's a tough one.
That's tough. That's very strong. What about replay on that? Can we see? No replay yet. But we're up next is Jared Martin. Now, this is getting exciting, folks. This is where it really gets wild. He's opening. Brandon, he's opening with 688.9 pounds. That is fantastic. He's got his arms out. You can see him in the side
Is this the
corner.
Russian guy?
I have no
If
idea.
I have it correct, yesterday on his third attempt, he was trying to pull 7-something to beat me out for third place, and just missed it. So
Wow.
yeah,
And here he comes.
and
He
he's
is-
back at it today. So let's
Yeah, and he's in the raw heavyweight.
huge quads, huge.
Yes,
quads.
he does. Big quads. Now, is he going to do double? No. I remember watching him yesterday. Yeah. Big, strong, gets down, digs deep. Look at him dip down. Throw the hips into it. Oh, here we go.
And lock it.
Let's see what the referees say.
Ooh.
2-1, turned him down. He'll come back and get that in a second.
He'll get on the second.
I think normally that'd be an easy one if he hadn't done it yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah.
He'd crush it.
Yeah.
What do you see? What do you see the referees might have seen there?
Let me see.
Maybe went down just a hair
They
there.
might call it. I'm not sure if they call him for. I'm not sure.
Could have called a hitch, but he'll get to come back and try it again. Now we have the man who won it all yesterday,
Perry.
Ellis. Now, did you finish second to him yesterday?
Bryce Lewis.
Bryce
finished
Lewis,
second,
that's right.
And I got third.
And I remember watching this. This is tremendous.
Yeah.
Whoever the coach is, they said
Yeah.
Steve Goggins is Perry's coach. I asked a young lady in the stands. He beat him by 3 Wilkes points.
Yeah.
If I'm correct on about my math, that's about 5 kilos.
I'm not sure.
I mean, it's
I'm
that
gonna go with what you
close.
say. Yeah.
I mean, Perry came in on that last deadlift and hit it and just pulled ahead of Bryce.
Yeah.
Tremendous battle they had yesterday. Tremendous. Up, and here comes Perry with 7. Woo! Wow! 700-pound opener and what? No belt.
No belt. Yeah. All right,
Sans
Perry,
belt.
let's get it.
And
Make it
watch
light.
it. You see his grip. Look how tight they squeezed the bar right there. That's an excellent shot by Trey Cunningham. Here he
All right, let's
goes.
Go, Perry.
Big air. Dips down. Oh, he looks ready.
Lightweight.
Wow. I think this man's going to take home a lot of cash this weekend.
Yeah, good bit. Yeah, he was telling me yesterday, he made weight yesterday, but he went up a class today.
Well,
So,
he probably
yeah.
wouldn't have a big steak last time.
Yeah.
Watch this replay of this.
Yeah,
Watch
easy.
him come. He explodes off the floor,
Easy.
drives it home to lockout.
Yeah.
Perry is a very,
Yeah.
very, very strong man.
This is, I think, the third meet straight where I've come behind Perry. This time, 2 spots behind, but yeah, we've done 3 meets together back to back, and third time he's beat me out for total Wilk. So
Well,
one
it's
day,
no shame to lose to Perry Ellis.
it's not. I don't like not being in first.
Now, how young are
but,
you?
I just turned 24.
24. How
May
old's Perry?
27. I think he's 33, 34.
So given a decade there,
Yeah.
you're going to be in his position.
Yeah, I'm competitive, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you didn't have competitive fire, you wouldn't be here.
I don't mind losing to Perry. So
Perry's
he's a
a
good guy.
strong. Here's Emily House, her second attempt, 386 pounds. Oh, get that right arm up. Come on, drive it home. Oh, yeah. Now, she has naturally long arms.
3 whites.
She's a really strong young lady. Got her SPD knee sleeves on. Really, watch this come up. Her right arm drags just a little bit, but she digs down, gets the hips through, pulls the shoulders back to lockout. Very solid attempt. And according to the referee, she is, according to our live broadcaster out there,
She is first place, yeah.
she is in first place right now.
We got a few more women to get their attempts in. So
Yeah, there's a few more women. I'm sure they're chomping at the bit to get her.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Philip Brown, Flip Brown. Is that his nickname, Flip?
Flip, yeah.
Flip Brown is up with second attempt of 457.5
I
pounds.
think this is only his third, maybe about his third meet, so he's still.
Ever?
Yeah.
Wow, he's new.
Fairly new to the
And
sport.
his body weight, he's very, very strong.
Easy.
Nice, solid.
Good job.
Flip
good
looks
job.
strong. He looks good. All right, followed up by Melissa Copeland. She pulled an awesome opener last time of 197.5 kilos, which would be 435, exactly what I bench pressed. she's gone up to 463 pounds. She smoked her opener.
Yeah, she
this
did.
is a great,
She did.
easy. I mean, she went up 12.5 kilos. This should not be a problem. Melissa's a very strong woman. She gets down there, gets her hands set, watch her squeeze that bar.
Come on now, Melissa, let's go.
She digs in deep, gets her hips down. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Solid.
Yeah.
Looks easy.
If she fills her lungs up a little more oxygen, I think she's got another 5
Yeah.
kilos in her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not far from a 500-pound deadlift in the future. Look at this, folks. Looks like she might lose a little air coming up the top.
Good lockout. Fought through the lockout.
Yeah, drive it home. Very strong, Melissa. Love to see her at Raw Nationals, too. Let's hope she goes there. Up next is Rhonda Watts. See him cleaning the bar off there? Rhonda was going for 490.5. Woo! Let's just call it 491 because it always sounds better when we round up. Here comes Rhonda Watts. Now, where's Rhonda from? It doesn't tell me the state she's from. Let's see if we can find out in her handy-dandy little book here. Yes, it is. You hear the announcer, Dr. Patrick Anderson, she's a world-class. That's 100% correct. 500-pound raw deadlift. Here she goes. Dig it, dig. Oh! I just don't think she got her hips down far enough.
Yeah, her hip, yeah.
I think she knew she had it, but just didn't get the hips down. If she
Way
comes
too
back
high.
on third, really digs those hips down, I bet she pulls that with no
and
problem.
her knees caved in, too.
Yep.
Yeah. It looks like her stance was a little bit more narrow than the last one,
Yeah,
too.
I agree with that. I agree. Now, where is she from? Rhonda is from, looks like maybe Georgia or Alabama. Alabama or Georgia one. Up next is Andre Avina. Andre is going 502 pounds. He crushed his opener of 484. And we'll see how he fares here. He's ready. He's getting fired up. And he's going beltless. All right, here we go. Andre Avina from Atlanta, Georgia, just down the road. So this is a great place, you know. And Josh Rohr, we're thankful in the South here to have nice, high-quality meets like this so close by.
Very true, and he started doing some in Alabama.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, drive it home. Yeah, use those big quads. Yes, sir. Now, are you from Alabama?
I'm from Montgomery,
So
Alabama.
are we Roll Tide or War Eagle?
War Eagle.
Oh, he's
War Eagle.
Auburn.
War Eagle.
Bless his heart. Well, Auburn's going to be tough this year in football, I believe.
We'll see. We'll see.
But we know the other guys, Roll Tide, Coach Saban's going to be tough, too.
Every year.
Every year. It's
Every
always
year.
fun to watch them. I'm being an SEC brother myself, but we're from the upper part, the Mid-South. We're Kentucky. We get whipped a lot by Alabama and Auburn. We have to wait for basketball season to get our revenge. All right, up next we have Garrett Bailey. Garrett hails from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's got his Louisiana logo on.
And he is a junior. He's 23.
23 years of age.
Last year of being a junior.
Yeah, enjoy that. And he may be good enough to make the world team on that if he goes to Raw Nationals. Looking strong.
Nice.
What weight class is he in? 93, 205 weight class?
On a back-to-back.
Look at this. Digging down deep. He's got desire. Look at those eyes when he drives it home. Oh, there's no quitting Garrett. He wanted that lift, didn't
Yeah, impressive. On a back-to-back.
he? Yeah, and he's still got a third attempt to go.
Yeah, wow.
If he gets fired up, gets him a good shot of energy coming out, I bet he can pull another 5 kilos. Now here's your guy, Jared Martin. Jared he's from Portage, Indiana, wherever that is.
Okay.
Portage, Indiana. That's up there in the Hoosier. That's up north in the Hoosier State. All right, Jared's coming up with a 689. He's repeating his opening attempt. He really shouldn't have any problem with this unless he's fatigued from yesterday.
Yeah, it was something on his lockout on the first attempt.
Yeah.
But he got it up all the way.
Yeah, if he just squeezes it a little harder, drives, hold his area in tight, he should pull it straight through the lockout.
Get those hips down and drive.
My guess, watching that, it's fatigue.
He's tired, yeah.
I've had that problem before. You know, I do a lot of bench press competitions, but done some
back-to-back for him as well.
And sometimes you just cramp up, you get tired, and the body just says,
yeah.
you know, the mind, it's hard to get the body to overcome the mind telling you no.
Yeah, and deadlift being the hardest lift to recover from on a back-to-back. Like I said, there are other guys doing it, but I can't imagine. So.
Yeah. Well, in the back on the right-hand side, if you look at your screen, on the back right-hand side, you see Steve Goggins working with his man, Perry Ellis. Perry, see Steve, looks like he's coaching him right now, the legendary Steve Goggins. And his lifter, Perry Ellis, is about to take the platform with oh my goodness, 749-pound deadlift. This is 750 pounds.
Go, Perry.
Oh, man. How much did he pull yesterday?
I think maybe 8, a little bit. So he's somewhere around 8. I couldn't remember exactly.
Even though this is super impressive, he's got a lot more in the tank.
Yes. Yeah.
Perry is a man's man in the deadlift. Watch him get ready. Oh, he's fired up. He wants this.
Come on, Perry.
Let's hope fatigue hadn't set in. He can drive this home. Big grip. Get you a good grip. Big breath of air, Perry. He's got his feet lined up. Now I want to ask you, when you get Perry's done lift, where do you think, you see Perry's toes are straight forward, or should it be slightly out?
I think forward, but again, easy.
Woo!
Very easy.
That
almost
awesome.
looked like an opener, almost. But as far as form,
looks like he's walking off a little gingerly there, though. Looks like it's starting to get to it, those deadlifts are. Look at this replay,
He's
folks.
got one more attempt in him.
Oh, yeah. 750 pounds, just shot off the ground, beltless.
Maybe another 10 kilos would be a safe jump.
I think he's got enough to take home the gold today in that.
Yeah, that's Perry. I think that's good.
And that's a nice. Now he won $1,000 yesterday.
$1,000 yesterday. Yep.
And he's in the potential to have another $550 day today if he keeps up in the heavyweight deadlift. And right now he is in a solid first place. Now we come to the women's Raw Open. Here we go, Emily House.
2 for 2 so far.
This will put her in first place. This is forecasting her with a Wilks of 203 if she hits this. Here comes Emily, 182.5 kilos, 400. Woo! Come on, Emily, 402 pounds. What do you think, Brandon?
She looks great. I think she has it. She looks fresh. Both her other 2 attempts look good.
Oh, come on, that right arm. Pull it up, pull it up. Lock it out. Hips through. Oh, I think she got it. 3 white lights. Oh, let's get a replay of that. That was absolutely fantastic lifting. That's how it's done. You're a little off on your right side. All heart and soul.
Her hip shot up soon, but she still got it.
She just fought through that all the way. Look at bar rising upper legs.
They patient with the lift and locked it out.
Yes, she did a fantastic job. That woman earned her first place position. But now, let's see if she can hold on to it.
Let's see.
We've got Melissa Copeland coming up next. Now, 474 pounds. She's ready.
So she's on a back-to-back also. Okay, wow.
I did not know that she did
neither.
that. Back-to-back. Full meet yesterday and pro raw deadlift. Oh! Tremendous effort. Great weekend for lifting for Melissa. Congratulations, Melissa, on all your accomplishments this weekend. You're a very strong young lady.
Look like we got some endurance athletes out here.
Yes, we do. Woo! I'm not sure I can handle that more. Next up is Flip Brown. Flip is going all the way up to 485 pounds, third attempt. Now this was forecasted.
And I think he got about 490 yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going back sumo. Okay.
Oh, he's going back. Yeah, he's right. He's just changed stance. He went 2 conventional, and he wants to get in the money, put him in second place. He's going with his bread and butter.
Yeah, let's see.
Come on, get your heart into it. Mind over matter. Come on.
Get that head up. There you go.
There you go.
Drive.
Oh, yeah. I think Flip knew he had that. Oh, that was very pretty.
Wow. Okay.
Now, are you sumo or conventional, Brandon?
Sumo. I started conventional, too much lower back pain, so we're going sumo now.
Now here we go. See Flip. Tell us how Flip's doing here.
I think his hips could have been slightly lower, but it looked solid. The speed was good all the way through the lift. So.
I like his stance. I think it's very textbook on that.
Yeah.
Very good form. Very good form. Now, Rhonda Watts at 491 pounds. This forecasting her puts her into second place overall for the women's Raw Open deadlift. Come on, Rhonda. Oh, her hips went straight off the ground.
Those hips. Wow.
I think she's got a lot more in her. Just may have taken too big a jump today.
Yeah.
And that happens at deadlift. The back will tell you, oh, yeah, I can go up another 20 kilos. And oh, no, I'm not going to do it.
Deadlift for me is one of the most mental lifts.
Yes, it is.
1 month your form is everything feels great and amazing.
And
then
the next
a few
lift,
weeks
you're
later,
down 20 kilos.
You're like, what's wrong with my form? What's going on? So
Absolutely. The deadlift is a great lift. It's a tremendous overall body lift, and these lifters have been absolutely fantastic. Now we've got coming up, looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 5 lifters in our men's equipped open. We have Ben Green, John Clay. Oh, but before we do that, I got a little ahead of myself. Andre Avina is coming up for his third attempt of a 513-pound deadlift. Come on, Andre. Big pull here.
Nice.
Drive it on. Oh, hips got up. If his hips could have stayed down, if he wasn't fatigued, I think he'd have got there.
Yeah. Did he compete yesterday?
I do not know.
Okay,
I do not
I'm not sure. I don't remember him from yesterday.
I would have to look it up. Oh, he gave us a signal out there.
Okay.
Hand wave to somebody.
Not sure if those were gang signs or what.
Well, let's hope not. All right, up next we have the Louisiana native, Garrett Bailey. He hails from Baton Rouge, home of LSU Tigers. One of those other good SEC schools.
I'm for SEC overall.
Oh, yeah. If it comes down, I'm always rooting for our SEC brothers.
SEC pride.
You know, I'll root for SEC over Louisville any day of the week. I'll put it that way. Here comes Garrett. He's charging the platform.
All right.
650-pound third attempt.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
Didn't take any
That was
time.
his lightest lift of the day. Man, he just crushed that.
No wonder he ran to it.
Wow. Wow. He popped that off the ground like it was nothing.
Ran up to it.
I mean, he took a. All right. Thank you, Brandon, for joining us here.
Thanks for having me.
We're going up next. We're going to be headed into the. Perry Ellis has passed his third attempt. We're going to be headed for a short break. Then we're going to go into the Pro Equipped Deadlift. I got to get all my words right here. Pro Equipped Deadlift. We got featuring Ben Green, John Clay, DeMario Doc Holloway, who won the full meet yesterday.
Yeah, full power equip.
And then we got Tony Walton, who's got. I remember watching him yesterday. He had tremendous form. A lot of fun watching his setup. Takes his long arms, reaches out, reaches the sky. Very cool setup. And if I'm reading that, am I reading that right? He's going to go put a suit on. Our young man from Louisiana is fixing to go jump in a deadlift suit and pull again. That young man just got nothing but energy. But he'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to get back to the Pro Equipped Deadlift in just a few minutes. And before then, we'll take a short break of 20 minutes here at the 2016 USAPL Summer Showdown. 2016 USA Powerlifting Summer Showdown in Emerson, Georgia at the LakePoint Sporting Convention, Community Center Sporting Convention, what it's called. Now I'm here with Emily House.
Thanks for having me.
She won the female raw deadlift. Is that correct?
That's correct, and the bench.
And here we're about to see a replay of it. What she did, you won it with a 402-pound deadlift. Let's take a look at the monitor. Here you go, Emily. You pop it off the ground. Tell us what's going on.
Wow, that right there was the struggle. You can see it on my face. But then when I got here, I knew I could lock it out. And I heard someone say, hips, 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 and pulled it out.
What was
it? Felt so good.
Absolute tremendous lift, and you celebrate jumping up in the air.
Oh, I was really excited.
It was the pink bandana, right?
Yes, it's all about the pink.
It was all about the pink. That's what pulled it out.
That's right.
And you pulled that out. When you came up, your right arm was down a little bit.
Yeah, I could have done better
through.
with that. Yeah, and I was afraid. I could feel my shoulder kind of rolling forward, but I kept it pinned back. I was able to lock it out.
And put your hips through right there at the end and laid those shoulders back. And
that's right.
3 white lights.
I'm excited. This is my first time competing in this weight class this year. So.
Okay, what weight class are you in?
I'm in the 63s. I was in 72s last year. So
63, that is a tremendous, that's almost 3 times body weight deadlift.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you.
That is a world-class
it was really
deadlift.
Good. And that's a PR for me, so I'm very excited.
Now, what future meets do you have in store for you this year? USA Powerlifting meets.
Nationals.
You're going to Raw Nationals.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This will be my second year, first time in this weight class. I qualified at Lift for Life a few weeks ago.
So how do you expect to do at Raw Nationals?
Oh, I want to come top 5 for sure.
Top 5?
Yeah.
Who you gunning for? Who's the top dog in that weight class?
Honestly, I don't know right now. I'm so new in this weight class.
60, you said 64?
Yeah, it's just me against me,
I believe Jennifer Thompson is the one she's going to be gunning for in the 64. Do you know who Jennifer is?
Oh, yeah, I know her.
Yeah, she's
I
tough.
That bench.
Yeah. But now that'll be a great honor because Raw Nationals will lead into where's Raw Worlds at next year. You got to think about it. But before we get to that, let's get to the lift. And we got Ben Green is our first lifter with 440.9. Like I told Brandon before, we always round up, so it's 441 now. Here he goes. Equipped Pro Deadlift, 441. Easy. And the 93 weight class, solid opener. Well, up next, we have John Clay with 474-pound opening deadlift. What do you think?
Wow. I've never tried the equipped deadlift, but it looks awesome.
Well, I think you'd probably do really well in it.
I'd like to try it now.
Yeah.
I see these guys. I think the challenge would be getting the suit on.
Well, you just need to get a few people to help you,
Yeah.
Once you get into it, you can always have somebody come outside and pull it and yank it up and you can sink down into it.
Yeah.
Because you got to get your hips all the way down into it because it's tight.
Yeah.
It's tight. If you can see the guy here, John Clay, it's a little tight around both of his legs, compressed him in a little bit. The singlets are tight, but those are a lot tighter.
Oh, yeah. You can tell. Oh, here he goes.
Here he comes. Now I like his socks. The American flag socks.
It's all about the socks.
It's all about the socks. Yeah, I went with blue today. What'd you go with?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. All right. Wow.
Wow. Easy.
He just smoked that, didn't
he? I know. He walked up like it's nothing.
I think he was just wanting to get on the board. He's got a lot more in him. Now, next up is Doc Holloway. He took the gold medal yesterday in the full meet.
In the full meet?
Yes.
Wow.
Doc
and he's back again.
74-kilo weight class.
Wow.
163-pounder. His opening deadlift is, wow.
That's his opener.
584 pounds.
Wow.
Doc is a tremendous athlete.
I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, it is. He's getting ready. You see him getting fired up.
Here he comes.
He's got the music blaring. They're getting the platform cleaned off. What do you think?
He's going to kill it.
I agree.
He's in the zone. Here he goes.
Here comes Doc Holloway. The music is blaring. Doc is ready. He has got enough baby powder on for for everybody else combined.
Wow.
He's getting squared away.
Here we go.
Now, did you do the full meet yesterday?
No, I didn't.
So just the deadlift?
No, just push pull. Come on, Doc.
He's got 30 seconds. He's getting down. Get the bar. Get a good grip.
Yep.
Here. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Wow.
That was amazing.
That was absolutely tremendous. And his Wilkes, look at this replay. Watch him pop that thing off the ground, right to
like
lock out.
Nothing. Oh my goodness.
He's put the pressure on the rest of the guys.
Yeah, look at that Wilkes score.
Yeah.
Wow.
199 Wilkes. That's a nice Wilkes.
Did you do the full meet yesterday?
No, I did bench only. Pro raw bench press.
Nice.
I wasn't as successful as you were.
Hey,
I missed my third attempt for the win. So.
Oh.
But
so
that's
close.
all right.
You did it though.
Yes, we did it. And we encourage, if they have the meet again next year, USAPL Summer Showdown, if you would like a chance to compete in this, get qualified to USAPL meet and come out and lift at the Summer Showdown.
Yes, it's an awesome meet. You'll have a lot of fun. Great
That's
lifters,
exactly
good
right.
atmosphere.
Now we got Nathan Tony Walton. I love his setup. Watch him reach for the sky,
Wow.
left, then right. Takes a big breath, goes down to the bar one hand at a time.
I love that setup.
I do too. I think it's very dramatic, isn't it? Gets down, gets a good grip, rips it off the ground.
Easy.
Solid.
Oh, nice.
628-pound opener. I think he and Doc are going to tangle a little today. What do you think?
Oh yeah, let's see.
Now look at that. He's ahead of Doc at 199.7 right now.
Oh, but they're close.
Yeah. Wow, that's going to be an absolutely fantastic battle. And up next we have Garrett Bailey, this is third meet this weekend.
Oh my goodness. So did he do it yesterday too?
He did it yesterday.
Wow.
He just did the raw deadlift. Now he went and put a suit on. He's going to do the equipped deadlift.
He wants that money.
Yeah, he does. That young man from Louisiana is ready for a fight, and he is coming to battle.
Oh, here he goes.
He's a raging Cajun.
Wow.
From Baton
722
Rouge.
pounds.
And he's from, like we said earlier, he is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
There he goes.
All right, here he comes.
Come on,
Garrett. Now his forecasted Wilkes is 205. I mean, this is going to be a fantastic battle between these top three guys.
They're all within 1 point.
I mean, they're going to be
aren't
gunning for it.
Yeah.
That last deadlift could be really, really exciting. Here he
Nice.
comes. Ripped it off the ground, 722.
All these guys made it look so easy.
Wow. And now his last deadlift in the raw was a 650. And he popped up like a warm-up. I asked him in between. He said I was just using that as a warm-up to get to this.
There you go. That's what he did.
Oh, my goodness. He is going to be fast. And you can see from the replay, he has tremendous speed off the bottom. This young man has got a lot more in the tank.
Wow, these 5 guys are really good.
Yes, they are very talented. Now, Ben Green is going to come up. What do you think about Ben? How's he going to do on his second attempt?
Oh, I think he's going to pull it out. The first one was easy, so he'll get it.
I agree. Every one of them had a very solid opener, and that's the key when you're lifting. You want to get on the board. If you don't get on the board, you're not in the game.
And you know, a lot of the lifters here have done a great job doing
Yes.
that. I haven't seen very many people who did not get their first attempt.
I have seen very few bomb outs to go with it. Most everybody gets a good clean lift in their first one,
Oh, yeah.
unless they're tired from doing too many meets this weekend. And then they come back and nail it and put themselves in position for a medal position or some cash on the second and third attempts.
Well, I was right after Perry Ellis, so I had some good, good motivation.
Yeah, Perry was tough. I mean,
that's
he is a
amazing.
very strong man.
Oh, yeah.
Now here comes Ben Green on his second attempt. 458. What do you think?
All right, come on, Ben. He's got it.
Now, where are you from, Emily?
I'm from Gainesville, so about an hour and a half
Georgia.
away. Not far at all. Yeah, this meet was perfect. Oh, come on, Ben. Come on.
Now, do you know Ben?
Nice.
Looks like a solid lift.
I
Three white lights.
I got to know him this morning when he was talking about how hungry he was.
He's hungry.
Yeah.
He looks pretty hungry to lift some more weights, too. He could probably chew a bar in half right now. Look at that. That's pretty intense. His head is red. His body is back.
There we go.
Driving it home to lockout. Now, are you a Bulldog?
I am, yeah.
All right.
I graduated from UGA, so
Oh,
definitely like a Dogs
woof,
fan.
woof. Go Dogs.
That's right.
I'm born and bred a Wildcat, so,
Okay.
you know. Well, y'all whip us in football. We're tough to handle
Where
in
are you
basketball.
from?
Kentucky.
Kentucky, that's
Right on the Kentucky-Tennessee line.
Right. You traveled away.
Yep. Here comes the next lifter, John Clay.
All right.
John's up with a 502-pound second attempt deadlift. His first one was easy.
Oh, yeah. He'll get this one.
I think so. He's got his American flag socks on, his velocity, Titan velocity suit.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Boom. He
Solid.
may be sandbagging just a little too much.
Let's see what he does for his third attempt.
Yeah, he may be trying to position himself. That was a solid lift from John Clay. Absolutely tremendous. Now we go into the top three
Here
so
comes
far.
Doc.
DeMario Doc Holloway. Well, Emily, thank you so much for joining us. We're a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to have you. You're
Nice
a
to
lovely,
have you.
beautiful woman, and you have done a tremendous job here during the
Thank you
Pro
so much.
Raw Deadlift.
I appreciate you having
You're
me.
welcome. Thank you very much. Now we're going to Doc Holloway. He's coming in. Doc is at 275 kilos, a 606-pound deadlift. This will give him a Wilks of 206.773. Put him in first place if he can hit this. Here comes DeMario Doc Holloway. Doc set up. He's got a big breath. He's getting a big breath of air, getting set up. Oh, he's fired up. You can see it in his eyes. There's some fire there. He digs down deep, grabs the bar. Here we go. And drop. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights for DeMario Doc Holloway. And in the replay here, we see Doc grabs hold of the bar, pushes hips through, explodes off the ground all the way to lockout. Tremendous, tremendous job. Doc is now in first place. Up next, we have Nathan Tony Walton with a 650.4 deadlift second attempt. Right now, Doc Holloway is in first place with a 206.77 Wilks. At the pro meets, all the lifters go head-to-head, not by weight class, but by Wilks formula. And right now, Doc Holloway is in first place with 206.77 Wilks. Up now is Nathan Tony Walton. He's coming up with a big 650.4. He has a very dramatic step, reaches for the sky, gets a right arm in, left arm in. Oh, wow. Awesome second deadlift from Tony Walton. Look at this replay, pops it off the ground, brings his shoulders back. Nice job, Tony. Now we are honored and blessed to have the lovely Latavia Tay Bowens. Is that correct?
Yep.
Now, Tay, tell us, you're part of Team Rohr Powerlifting. Is that correct? Tell us a little bit more about, wait for the next lifter, Garrett Bailey. Tell us about what's going on with Team Rohr Powerlifting.
Well, Josh Rohr is our coach. He's the head coach. And then we have Laura Sturm, world champion Laura Sturm.
IPF world champion.
Exactly, who is also one of our coaches. And we're just a really good team. They teach the basics and really focus on the form for powerlifting. And I think that is something that is very important in this sport. Form over.
And we're fixing to see some incredible form right here. 24-year-old. I called him 23 in the Raw deadlift. He said, no, I just turned 24 last week.
Just turned 24. Yep.
Garrett Bailey. He's now an open-only lifter. 750-pound deadlift. Oh, my goodness. What do you think about that, Tay?
That was amazing. It was smooth.
Oh,
He's
tremendous.
a really great lifter.
And fantastic young man from Baton Rouge. Now, that moved him into first place.
Yep.
If I'm correct on the scoreboard. No, yes.
He
is in first
place, yep.
With a 213.79 Wilks. Second place right now is Doc Holloway with a 206.77. And third place is Tony Walton with a 206.71. All right, here's Tay's bench press from earlier today. Tay, tell us what's going on here with your bench press.
Is this the Raw or equipped? Oh, that's the Raw bench. Well, it is probably 193 on the bar. And
wow.
I have a little bit harder time blocking out my right arm, and Coach has been really working on that. Mm-hmm. But I just kept pushing through, and lucky for me, it went up.
Lucky, that's called strong.
Yeah.
You're a very strong young lady.
Thank you.
Very good athlete. Now, what else, Josh? Are you going to be helping part of Team Rohr at the Raw Nationals here?
Yeah, I'm absolutely a Team Rohr lifter. So I started with Team Rohr about 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. I actually started off in CrossFit that Laura Sturm owns, CrossFit Johns Creek. And since Laura was a powerlifter, I was squatting one day, and her and Dan said, hey, you should try powerlifting. So I went to Powerlifting for Pink, which is Laura's meet. And then I met Josh, and the rest is history.
Now, you guys have done a tremendous job. You should be very thankful. And you guys have done an absolutely fabulous job here this weekend with the 2016 USAPL Summer Showdown.
Thank you.
And it's only a glimpse of what is to come in October.
Absolutely.
With the Raw Nationals
Absolutely.
in Atlanta, Georgia.
It is going to be amazing.
We're bringing the Raw Nationals to the ATL, Hotlanta.
I want everyone to prepare because Nationals in Atlanta will be amazing.
Well, tell us what you see here with Ben Green at
Ben Green is
474 pounds.
One of my teammates, and
Yep.
I'm expecting great things from him.
Well, he's done good so far. He's knocked out 2 deadlifts. What do you
Yep.
think on this third one?
I think he's got it. Ben is strong.
Ben's a very strong young man. Here we
Pulling,
go.
Keep pulling. Keep pulling.
Oh, drop. Ooh.
Couldn't get his hips through.
Yep.
But you know what? That's okay. He's come a long way. He's fairly new to powerlifting.
Well, here he comes in the replay. He pops it off the ground all the way to the bottom of his knee. Oh,
It
just.
couldn't push his hips through.
Yep.
And that happens a lot. You know, you'll
Oh,
see
yeah.
that a couple of times today. But he'll just go. Ben is strong, so he'll just go back to the powerlifting room and start
Yep.
over.
That's right. After I went to Raw Bench World, had to go back to the drawing board,
That's
reconstruct
right.
some things,
That's right.
keep moving up. Today was an increase for me, headed back to where I want to be.
And I got injured in March. I
Yep.
herniated my L5, S1.
How are you now?
I am actually doing really well. I have my last week of physical therapy next week, and I'll be at Powerlifting for Pups, full power in August. So I'm looking forward to it. My deadlift's coming back, so I'm happy about that.
Uh-oh, she's ready for a
Yeah.
fight when it comes to lifting.
Yep.
Are you going to compete at Raw Nationals?
I am.
Oh, this
I
young
am.
woman is ready to go.
Yep.
Well, up next we have John Clay with 551 pounds, third attempt. What do you see happening, Tay?
He's got it, for sure.
Now,
John's a really strong lifter, and he's a really great volunteer. He pretty much volunteers at all the meets, which, you know, can't happen without volunteers.
Well, now what about his shoe choice? Here we go. Oh, they're going to give him, not going to give him that one. That's
I
going to be
think
up
he
and down
hits-
movement.
Yep.
2-to-1, 2 red lights
Yep.
to 1 white
Yep.
light. Now, what did his shoe choice, since he had a traditional tennis shoe on, affect his ability to pull that deadlift out? If you see it, he's got an extra inch in those shoes on those heels.
Yeah, but they're flat. So
Oh,
they
it is
don't,
flat.
Yeah, they're flat. So they don't arch up.
Yeah.
They stay flat. So similar to a Converse where the bottom
Like
of
a
the shoe
Chuck
is
Taylor.
flat. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All
as
right.
long as it's flat,
It
doesn't
just
have
looks
an
like
arch,
it's got a big.
It
big
does. Exactly.
All right. Well, now we're coming down to the money lifts, Tay.
Yep.
These 3 guys are going to war here. Doc is playing for first place. This is put him in first place position with 214 Wilkes. Doc is going for 285 kilos.
Exactly.
628 pounds. And what's his body weight? 163 pounds?
Yep. 163. Doc is strong. I think this is his.
Over 4 times his
body
weight.
Exactly. I think this is his, for
Unbelievable.
sure.
Doc Holloway is on the platform. Call it for us, Tay. Looks like, I love this shot right here, Tay, where he shows him getting up. He can show you right there where you
Trying to
line up
set
the
up.
bar. He's going
Yep.
to reach down, grab the bar. I think Doc wants this. What about you?
Oh, I absolutely think he wants it. I think this is his.
I think he's got it. He's fired. Oh, look at those eyes.
He's ready.
Oh, he is
He's
fired
ready.
up. He's seeing the money, folks. Show me the money. Doc Holloway, 628. Oh! Oh, it's pretty close. What, the see about the right toe?
He's got
Good
it.
lift for Doc Holloway at 628 pounds. Now he's in first place.
I think so. But you know what? Tony's coming.
Watch his deadlift. Pops off the ground with amazing speed.
It was fast.
Man, Doc's quads took over. Can we see that one more time, that replay? Watch his quads kick in at the last half of that lift. I mean, he just squeezed, they shake, and he just drives that thing back.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. A lot of people believe that you only need hamstring
Yeah.
for deadlift, but your entire leg, the quads, the glute, the hamstring,
You can really
are
see it on
all-
Doc's,
all
yeah.
important. Yep. Especially where sumo is concerned.
All right, next up we have Nathan Tony Walton, 678. Now he's going for it. This will put him just over Doc with a 215 Wilkes if he hits his 678. What do you think, Tay?
Tony has the best setup I think
Oh.
I've ever seen for sumo.
It's dramatic, isn't
He's
it?
got
Oh,
it. It's
come on, come on.
fast as ease.
Oh, he got it. I think he
It's
got
his.
3 white
It's
lights.
his.
Oh, tremendous. He just moved into first place overall.
Yep.
Now our young man from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 24-year-old Garrett. But you see there, Tony drives it home and finishes it. That was tremendous, Tay.
I think we just wait for boxing. I think this will be interesting.
Do you think Garrett win it?
I think so. Bossy's got it in him.
You know he wants it.
And you know what? He's got youth on his side.
Yes, he does. That helps a lot. 761 pounds. This is going to be fantastic.
This is actually his first meet in the Open. He's no longer able to lift as a junior.
Yeah,
so
turn 24. You can't do that.
I think this is the way to go.
Now, you look at this. Doc has a 214 Wilkes. Nathan has a 215. And Garrett has put 761 pounds, 760.6. Call for that. We'll give him a 216 Wilkes for the win here at the 2016 USA Powerlifting Summer Showdown. This is going to be tremendous. Can he take the money from Nathan, Tony Walton? Here we go. Garrett Bailey from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The Raging Cajun. Here we go. What do you say, Tay?
It's going to happen.
It's good. She's
as long as he keeps pulling. Be patient and keep pulling.
Oh, look at that. He's got fire in his eyes. Oh!
He
no, lift. Oh, he couldn't lock out the right side. Oh, it's hard. Can we get a replay of that? Watch this, folks. That is tremendous effort.
His grip.
Oh, look at the right side. Just betray him. That right hand didn't want to go with the left. And he couldn't get that shoulder back. No. That just breaks your heart, doesn't it? What a tremendous effort.
That was a great pull.
Yes, it was.
That was a great
That was
pull.
heart and soul, wasn't it?
That was a great pull.
Oh, man. And here's our winning lift. We're going to show a replay of Tony Walton. Championship win here at the 2016 USAPL Summer Showdown. What do you think, Tay?
Smooth. Textbook.
Look at that.
See how he pulls his hips through?
Yep. That was absolutely. I'll see his partner back there, buddy back there in the back cheering him on.
That's Coach
Oh, look at that. Look at that. He knows he got it, didn't he? I didn't see that. Can we see that one more time for the both? Let's see that lift again. Then just watch the style he puts in there at the end.
And that's actually his coach in the background. That's James Townsend.
Yep. James Townsend's coaching. Now watch Nathan as he pulls this all the way to the top. Tony Walton, winner of the 2016 USAPL Summer Showdown Pro Equipped Deadlift. Now watch this little attitude right here. I just smoked that weight, man.
That's the best.
Man, that's awesome. That is fantastic. We've seen tremendous lifts all weekend long here from Dr. Patrick Anderson. Been tremendous call on the lifts. If you've been entertained with him, he has been absolutely fantastic. He was on the microphone this last session when Tay Bowen's here with me right now, and the others are here. It's been a tremendous weekend of lifting here with USA Powerlifting, presented by Team Rohr, Team Rohr Training.
Team Rohr Powerlifting.
Team Rohr Powerlifting, headed by Josh Rohr.
Correct.
They presented the entire event, and with Trey Cunningham, our producer and director. Now, Tay, I think we're about to have Tony Walton sit down and join us right here. Come on in, Tony. Let's get Tony in here. Let's put him right in the middle, Tay.
Okay.
Come on, sit down, Tay.
Oh, you got a chair?
If we've got room for all three, we'll put you right in the middle. Now, Tony, we were watching your lift. Can we get a replay of that lift? Let's watch this real quick, then we'll talk about that third lift. Here you are, it's your third lift, popping it off the ground. I mean, it looked like you gave everything you had on that lift.
Pretty close to it.
Now look at this. Now this is our favorite part right here. You know you got it. Your coach is cheering on. Now watch this. What do you call this? Oh, you knew he loved it. I'm looking at his eyes right now. Tony's eyes are red and bloodshot. That was a tremendous athletic effort you gave in that final deadlift.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
How did it feel when you finally pulled that championship lift and won the 2016 Summer Showdown?
Well, I didn't know I had it till I had to watch the last man lift. So, Coach, I told him I was ready during warm-ups, and he stuck with it. He stuck with the plan.
Well, you, Doc, and Garrett pushed each other to the limit.
Hey, that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, is the best man that pushes each other. The only way we're going to get better.
What do you think, Tay?
Well, I think that's the difference in the sport of powerlifting. Everybody wants to see everybody do well. Everybody cheers to the last man. You know, nobody wants to see a lifter miss. So I think that what he just said is really resonates, and that's why a lot of people are coming over to powerlifting.
Yeah, USA Powerlifting, the #1 drug-free, America's choice for drug-free strength sport.
Correct.
For Clint Poore, Tay Bowens, Tony Walton, Trey Cunningham, Dr. Patrick Anderson, and Gino Powerlifting, we want to say thank you for joining us here at the 2016 USAPL Summer Showdown presented by Team Rohr Powerlifting. And join us this October as we have the largest meet in the world, USA Powerlifting's Raw Nationals here in the ATL, Hotlanta, Atlanta, Georgia, bringing it home to the South, baby. We're going to let our accents roll and enjoy USA Powerlifting because this is power. Powerlifting.
Exactly.
Valerie Smith, make your way up to the third position. In second place with a 122 Wilks points, Clint Pori. Clint also did the live broadcast for the Cunningham camp, the live broadcast that was on the internet, seen worldwide. Clint, after he was done benching, did a great job entertaining all your family and friends back home. When you hear about some crazy guy from Kentucky that had all kinds of one-liners, that was him. And your winner and your champion in the Raw Masters division by just 5 Wilks points, James Hall. James hit a very nice third bench to take the lead. $127 Wilks points for James Hall. One more time, congratulations for the Raw Masters gold, silver, and bronze medalists. We now move to the equipped Masters bench press. In second place, 132 Wilks points, Big Bill Thacker. William Thacker, make your way to the platform. So what we did for the Masters is there's a body weight formula and also an age formula. And so this young man just blew the doors off. 70-plus years of age, 402-pound bench press. Mickey Glasgow, your champion. Congratulations on a 400 bench, Mickey. And the good news is 500 is next. Your champion and runner-up in the Equip Masters bench. Congratulations, gentlemen. The Women's Pro Raw Bench Division. Women's Pro Raw Bench. In this group, we actually had 4 lifters. In 4th place, Latavia Tay Bowens. 74 Wilks points for Latavia. And in 3rd place, the bronze medalist, 86 Wilks points, Valerie Smith. Valerie was just 3 Wilks points out of the money, approximately 5 kilos. In 2nd place from Baltimore, Maryland, and $200 of Josh Rohr's money, Melissa Copeland. And in recognition of my predecessor, Gino, she's in the house. Emily House, your champion, $550, gold medalist. These powerful women are your champions and runners-up in the Women's Pro Raw Bench Division, and they're already signing autographs of adoring fans. Congratulations, ladies. Excellent performances. We now move to the Men's Pro Raw Lightweight Bench. So this also had money involved. This was based off of the lightweight, so the below 93 kilogram weight class. And we have in 5th place, 105 Wilks points, Phillip Brown. In 4th place, 117.9 Wilks points, Brandon McClendon. Brandon might have already left, so we move to 3rd place. Your bronze medalist, Terrence Wright, 119 Wilks points. I believe Brandon and Terrence are hitting a bench workout so they can catch our top 2 lifters. The silver medalist, $200, goes to Charlie Page, 134 Wilks points. Charlie had the gold medal winning bench press locked out. It was turned down by the judges, but Charlie put on an awesome performance. He was only bested by the best raw lifter in the country in this weight class. 138 Wilks points, $550 goes to Brandon Maddox. Brandon put on quite a show. He set American records in the bench press yesterday. He was setting records today, and he is your champion and $550 richer. Congratulations, gentlemen, in the men's raw lightweight division. We now move to the big men. In fourth place, 111 Wilks points, Big Bill Thacker. All right, and here's where it got interesting. Our top three spots were 1.5 Wilks points, approximately, I would say you might be talking at about a 6 pound, maybe even less, 5 pound difference. That's how close these three places were. In third place, Kentucky's Clint Pori, 118 Wilks points. Clint Poor. Clint Poor, and so is Josh after this weekend. Second place, the silver medalist, $200 richer, James Hall, 119 Wilks points. Now this came down to a fraction. 0.3 of a Wilks point is approximately a half a kilo. So literally about a 1 pound difference. There's not even a plate that small to signify the winner. In first place, $550 all the way from Maryland, John Jones. John hit a nice 462 bench, actually gave 473 a run. All these lifters were very close. About 8 Wilks points separated first through fourth. That's about 30 pounds on the bar. Anybody could have come out on top. Congratulations, gentlemen, men's pro raw heavyweight. We now move to the equipped pro bench, and in this division it was men and women combined. In fifth place, Tay Latavia Bowens. In fourth place, the young man, and he's getting younger, Mickey, 402 Glasgow. In third place, 115 Wilks points, John Clay. In second place, the silver medalist and $200 of cold hard cash, Big Bill Thacker. And your gold medalist, your champion in the equipped pro bench, and $550 goes to Austin Brown. Benched over 500 pounds today, ladies and gentlemen. Your champions in the equipped pro bench division, congratulations. All right, now the meet got started because the bar hit the floor. We're moving to the women's pro raw deadlift. In third place from Baltimore, Maryland, Melissa Copeland. In second place, she did not have the day we're used to seeing, but still with a monster 188 Wilks points, Rhonda Watts. Rhonda, I'm told, is left, so now we move to the champion and more money going to Emily House, $550. The women's pro raw deadlift. I think that officially means Emily is buying after the competition. I don't know that for sure. Congratulations to your champions in the pro women's raw deadlift. We will now move ahead to the men's raw lightweight deadlift. And in this group, we have second place. $200 goes to the prolific Phillip Brown. And your winner and your champion from Louisiana, Garrett Botsy Bailey, $550 to Garrett Bailey. Delightful Son, that's what Botsy means, Delightful Son. A family nickname and a phenomenal deadlift. Congratulations to your champions in the men's raw lightweight, the men's raw heavyweight division. And these two decided to change the name. Josh, you can cross out male pro raw heavyweight and just call it No Belts Allowed Deadlift. Andre Avina pulled 500 pounds, second place, $200 to Andre Avina. No belt. They refuse to put belts on at their gym. If you wear business slacks to their gym, you have to take your belt off before you enter. You can't wear a belt at that gym. And the reason why is because Perry Ellis is just too strong for a belt. 194 Wilks points for your champion, Perry Ellis Jr., $550. He was kind enough to pass his third attempt deadlift because we really weren't sure if we could calculate enough kilos to load the bar. We had spotter loaders with an abacus out. Calculators were out. People were taking their shoes off and counting their fingers and toes. We could not get enough weights on the bar. Trust me, next year we'll get some more weights. Congratulations, gentlemen. We move into the pro-equipped deadlift division. 5 lifters here, and this got quite exciting. We will start with 5th place, 134 Wilks points. John Clay is your lifter. John Clay in 5th place. In 4th place, just 2.5 Wilks points ahead of him, Ben Green, 4th place for Ben Green. All right, so you guys know these top 3 places were less than 2 Wilks points. I would say mathematically that's about 5 pounds on the bar. Separating 3rd from 1st, he had the lift almost locked out. Garrett Botsy Bailey, 213 Wilks points. 760-pound deadlift. After pulling 3 deadlifts raw, very nearly locked it out. In 2nd place, the world-class puller, Demario Doc Holloway, $200 for Doc Holloway. Has Doc left the building? Okay, I'm told he was being interviewed by ESPN, Sports Illustrated, signing autographs, kissing babies. When you're a celebrity like Doc, there's a lot of duties and responsibilities. All right, now we go to your champion with a phenomenal 215 Wilks points and an awesome final deadlift. Nathan Tony Walton, $550. Tony walked to the bar with a big smile on his face on his opener. It's because he knew $550 was going his way. Congratulations. Training partners representing Gata Barbell Club, coached by James Townsend. I believe that was a short joke by Tony. All right, gentlemen, let's get some pictures. Congratulations to your champions in the pro deadlift division. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last opportunity. Big round of applause for your spotter loaders, your judges, and most importantly for the meet staff, for Josh's Angels, and for Josh Rohr. This meet would not go off if it was not for him. My name is Dr. Patrick Anderson. We will see you next year at the Summer Showdown, and $100,000 will be on the line. That's just me talking.